Hey, well, this looks a bit different. Reminds me of a passage in Neverwinter Nights 1 Shadows of Undertide that kind of goes like that. We have to remember the points, but... okay, let's see what's in this cave. Maybe there's like some fancy hidden generator or something. Or other magic thingy. Magitech thingy, probably. Hello there, black creatures. See what I mean with us having an army? And the little healer spider just flaking behind. Yeah, we're just overwhelming force right here. Okay. Dwarf versus big stupid jellyfish. Hello. An altar. Wow, that's a big sword. How interesting, but I don't think that necessarily stopped the force field around Aranax. We'll have to keep looking, but I'm pretty sure this will come in handy later. I should have realized the solution is much easier. It's this weird pacing snake. Don't know how we're supposed to know that it's this pacing snake, but it is. Had to walk through that one, so that's there we go. And we'll level up again from all the killing. That's cool. Okay, 2 more points. We could I think we'll just put it in Constitution right now. Or in Strength. Put it in Constitution, it's fine. And there we go, shield's gone for some reason. Hello, Aranax.
Many thanks for releasing me from my horribly lengthy incarceration, sir. I am at your service.
Okay, that's cool. So yeah, join with me, because I got 20 charisma, so you should
We could do well to recruit some help. I know some beings in this realm that we might be able to convince to follow us. Perhaps you have heard of them. The Bane of Kree, Gorgoth, and Krakatur.
We did spot them as we were like killing lots of things and needlessly trying to find a way to free you when it was actually much closer. Should have just told me there's a weird snake thing that might have magic. Anyways, why don't they join us?
We can only hope. We will have to convince them that Kergan is a danger to them as well.
How do we find them?
I don't know. We will need to find a way to navigate amongst the different land masses of the void using the ancient portals.
Or teleports, more like. I've got some more questions.
What is it that you wish of me, then?
Nothing weird, no. Okay. So now we have Aranax in the party. I would check out his stats, but our list is a bit too full. We have too many robots. That's the medical arachnid. Okay, it got hurt a little bit. Now we can indeed go and try and find those people, but we might not want to take each and every one of them with us towards a glorious battle against Kergan. If there will be a glorious battle against Kergan, but we'll see about that. Okay, so each one of these should go to one of the islands. Okay, I happened to pick the exact wrong one. Alright, let's just skip ahead to each of the islands with the exiles on them. Alright, first one of the exiles we can talk to. Krakatur! We heard much of him, and remember, we still brought his eye with us. That'll come into play right now, I think.
Who dares disturb my mighty Krakatur?
I suppose it will be me. Dreadfully sorry about that.
Sorry? Sorry? Do you have any idea what powers I can bring to bear against you? The wrath of Krakatoa knows no bounds.
Alright, you're Krakatoa. I read your journal. You were like a sniffing little wretch.
My journal? You mean my last testament? Where did you get that?
I'll find it in the bottom of a cave.
That was still in the lair of Belagrum after all these years? Wait, I don't quite remember what I wrote. That was in the eve before my glorious battle against Nasruddin and the Elven Council. What a great battle it was!
Strange, your journal had like the taint of being like really sniffly and cowardly all over it.
What? I will kill you for even speaking those words! Krakatoa is like a god! Krakatoa is monstrous, towering above the whimpering masses like a furious storm! Krakatoa!
Good God, listen, I'm sorry. Please, I need your help against Kergan.
Kergan?
The massive creature in front of you seems to cringe.
What do you mean? What do you want with Kergan?
Ma, I don't believe I ever seen such a cowardly creature.
What? You dare mock me? I am Krakatoa, destroyer of worlds, maker of widows and orphans. I will take no such treatment from a mere mortal like yourself.
I don't think, because all these creatures are evil, kind of evil, so I don't think, and we kind of don't need them. We have a robot army. Or should we try and take it? I never took them with me, so let's grovel a bit. Oh, please forgive me, Krakatoa. Will you help against Kergan?
Perhaps. What is going on? I see.
Well, tell him. Sorry, just late. Forgot to voice that. The creature rears to its full height, nostrils steaming.
So you asked the terrible Krakatoa to help in battling the evil Kergan. Fight fire with fire. I shall destroy that bumbling necromancer. With a great sweep of my claw, his blood will flow. Mighty Krakatoa passes judgment. All will cower before the might of power of Krakatoa.
So you'll help me, right?
Well, now, let's not rush into things. I mean, this is Kergan the Terrible we're talking about. Not that I have any trouble dispatching him, of course, for I am Krakatoa, ruination of the past, present, and future,
Yeah. What are you saying?
Krakatoa expects payments for his services. Did you think it would come to rescue for some sort of offering? You must pay your respects. Krakatoa exacts a heavy toll to entice, the entire villages must be sacrificed to appease me, for I am...
Let's see, I think I got your eye somewhere.
What? My eye? How in the name of the God's Gospels will you come across that?
Yeah, I found it in a church.
Interesting. I should kill you for just bringing that back to me. For I am awesome Krakatoa. Maidens tremble when they hear my name. I roam the nightmares of young children.
Yeah, do we got a deal or not?
Yes, I suppose it has been missing an eye for quite a while. I suppose I'll take it as my payment for my service against this madman.
So you join me?
Yes! You'll need my help in defeating him. He will fall before our combined might. Perhaps you will not even need the strength of mighty Krakatoa. Perhaps I will only watch you as you dispose of the cretin. In fact, perhaps I will watch from the front door as you battle him to the death.
Alright, let's go. So I think I now also have Krakatoa. Yes, Krakatoa will be following me. But, alright, so... First part of my... yeah. Now we have this fellow. This man has a look of a fierce warrior. His heavily muscled body is covered in scars and tattoos. He sniffs the air as you approach. A fresh arrival, eh? You still have the smell of the world about you. Who are you? I have been known by many names, but the only one that matters now is the Bane of Kree. That is the name I was known by when I wielded power over men.
So you go by Bane or just Mr. Kree?
He's on you faster than you can imagine. His blade at your throat.
Do not mock me, or it will be a last mistake.
Pushes blade. What were we talking about actually?
He smiles slightly and sees the sword. I like a man of courage. Not many could face my sword without sniveling for mercy.
So how did you come by the name?
Kree was where I forced the world to respect my power. No one had ever breached the great walls of Kree, but my horde had swarmed over them as if they were but a mirage. I held the fate of every man, woman and child in my hands and showed them no mercy.
His eyes glaze over as he looks into the distance, savouring his moment of glory once again.
If only I could return to Arcanum.
Is that when you were using the Bengalian Scourge?
He snaps back to her and stares at you in disbelief.
You know of the Scourge?
Yeah, I destroyed it.
Nope.
No, my beloved Scourge, die, worm!
Wow, and someone is actually casting spells. Is that Aranax? That would be great if Aranax was actually doing something. And that's a... Wow, that's a very... very powerful weapon right there. Taurine Kel's ancestral sword. I wonder if he's supposed to have that. Yeah, well. So the Bane of Kree will not be joining us. Because we destroyed the Scourge and he went all, my precious! About it. Oh well, I did not know he would respond that way. Alright, on to the next one. Here we go, we have this great yellow beast monster. Gorgoth.
Needs Gorgoth. Gorgoth needs food. Oh, you mean Gorgoth? The Gorgoth is a small world. I'm Ogor, you probably heard of me. Gorgoth hungry. Needs food. Eat. If I get you some food, will you fight for Kergan with me? Yes! Kill Kergan for food! Blood meat! I'll come back with some food for you.
So yes, these have like food on them, so you can just hand that to Gorgoth. And he is very simple to please. Actually draw this into here. That'll save some space actually. How much food would Gorgoth need?
I don't need Gorgoth. Gorgoth needs food. Here, Gorgoth, I brought you some animal carcasses. Oh no, food, good food. Kill Kergan for food. Okay, are you coming with me for food? Gorgoth now likes lots of people. Leave Gorgon alone. You bothering Gorgoth. Leave Gorgoth alone.
Okay, so Gorgoth actually counts to your maximum follower limit. So, I guess this will be the army that we have, because there's no more exiles that were banished. Oh well, Krakatoa is probably maybe the most less dangerous creature in here, because he's such a coward. Though he is remarkably evil. So maybe it's not such a great idea to have him about. Oh well, let us head to Kergan's castle. Alright, here we go into Kergan's castle, which is quite a remarkable edifice really. Looks like some kind of sci-fi factory. Yeah, I don't feel terribly threatened by Kergan's forces here. These little ghost warriors. I mean, I'm not even getting involved. Ah, here's a chest. With a trap on it, apparently. Or it's locked. You know what? Since I got plenty of fate points anyway, we should also drink the Vendigrofian elixir. I'm curious what that does. I think that buffs our stats. Oh. No, that's actually making our stats worse. That's unfortunate. Oh well. I thought it would make our stats better, but they do not. Okay, well, easy enough here. Since we have so many fate points, we'll just auto-succeed at picking locks. Okay, it's just random crap, but we can just drop the food since Gorgov is not coming with us. And proceed with finding, hopefully, more stuff. Well, here we go again. Critical success on pick lock. And it's the same exact loot. Well, I think we see a pattern here. I'm not even sure if we should try again, because, you know... Oh, I don't like it when they summon fire elementals, that's very bad.
Let the blood flow.
Don't hit the fire elementals. Please. Don't want to end up with all our weapons broken. By the way, I think some of our party have lost their weapons or thrown them away. Oh well. Oh, there's them again. Okay, that is arranged. This looks like a portal. Let's go through. Yeah, not intimidated in the least. Oh, someone actually got hurt. And I think Raven might have run out of arrows. This looks central. Okay, portal here. I will say they have very nice lighting. Oh dear, there are a lot of dead dwarves. I think it's because we, like, you know, took many years to actually complete this quest. What year is it? 1895. So we did not... Yeah, whatever. And our quest notes begin... Okay, we have nearly done 10 years. Nearly. Let's see, if we went several months more, then we have had this quest for 10 years. But yeah, sad. I guess that means that a lot of the Black Mountain dwarves are dead.
I've never seen such a skillful blow.
Yeah, I'm real good. Even after the Vendigrofian elixir, and I'm a little bit drunk from it.
Can I open this door? Well, know what we did. Fate point. Okay, just a potion. That's a little bit disappointing. Guess this is a bit late to be useful. And here we go again.
Hello, few dwarfs that are alive, that's nice.
Someone from the other side had come.
Who are you?
I'm Grandjar Silverhammer. Tell me, did Steno reach you?
Yeah, but he died before he could tell me what was happening.
Steno! How did he die?
Well, he went out in like a ball of fire, so that's real cool.
A Zeppelin? What's that?
I didn't say a Zeppelin, I said ball of fire. Anyway, it's an airship, a boat that flies, suspended by a large balloon.
What? I never heard of such a thing. How is this possible?
World has changed a lot since you went away. And it's been real cool. Look at my robots.
No doubt driven by dwarven ingenuity and technological advances.
Yeah, Bates' engine when humans began developing machines, it went real fast.
So our folly haunts us once again. If only we had harnessed the boy's ideas, what might have been. Well, that's no consequence now. If we had then made some error of judgment the Dark Elves could exploit, another clan would have.
Yeah, that's right. Can you tell me what happened exactly?
The Dark Elves have been lying in wait, looking for ways to bring some dwarves over to this side. They knew what technology would eventually bring and weaken the wards to the point of failure. But they didn't decided to accelerate the process. They needed a machine to open the rift back up by distorting the already weakened wards. An elf couldn't make a machine to save his life.
And then Bates made the steam engine.
Exactly. King Ogor should be able to fill you in on the rest. His bitterness in his voice is barely disguised. He was the one who convinced them to banish us. We were shocked to say the least, but our king had spoken. He bows his head. We were told our banishment was to the Isle of Despair, but this was where we ended up.
I can assure you, King Ogor had no idea of your true intent. He's standing right behind me, he is.
He thinks for a moment before responding.
Of course you're right. Our king would never betray us knowingly.
Ogor nods in a grim silence.
Continue your tale then.
As soon as we arrived here, we were beaten mercilessly, thrown in chains as our work progressed on the gate. Steno formulated a plan. As soon as the gate had any functionality, he would go through and attempt to warn others on the other side. We knew his absence would be noticed, but they would try and stop him.
Yeah, go on.
He began preparations to disguise himself as a gnome. He starved himself to the point of sickness, and when the gate was near readiness, he shaved his beard. He believed that to take full responsibility for what had befallen us was his. He would do whatever he thought was necessary to make things right, even that.
Oh yeah, that's terrible. Anyway, I'm completely bored and I'm cool. What happened when he ran through?
They tortured some of the clan, forced us to reveal his plans, but we wouldn't break. We knew they would needed us to finish the gate, and we had been disabling the gate for various ways for months. For all they knew, we still had months ahead of us to finish the thing, when we could have finished it months before.
And then?
They killed half the clan in the last-ditch effort to force us to talk. We did not break, and now we are all that's left from a once great clan.
I'll return and free you once I've killed all those responsible. Cool, huh? Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Alright, so we finally found the Black Mountain clan for what's happened, and most of them are all dead. Sad. Anyways, let's go and find some enemies. Or actually the enemy to strike at. Ah, what a mess this party is. Oh, these are big fiery dudes. and they have a lot of hit points, but not enough to deal with the Ogor super army.
Greetings.
So,
Long have I waited for your arrival.
I had not
and
expected us to
finally
be
this moment
here.
has come. I am Kergan, first of the necromancers, voyager in the lands of the dead.
I see. Not exactly the person I originally was expecting to find here.
I would think not. Although the presence of Aranax tells me you already know much of my tale. At least as much as he deemed necessary in order to bring you into his confidence.
Yeah, I heard his side, so you got a better side?
My life in the world you call Arcanum seems so very distant. The memories clouded like those of a child, and a child I was then, probing the darker magics, given glimpses of the truths yet to come.
Yeah, and the council, were they right about the magic? You seem like real evil and stuff.
Yes. Look at me. And what do you see? A monster? An abomination? You've no idea what I've discovered. You see with eyes tainted by life, and all which that accursed state embodies. My vision is clear because of those magics you hold in disdain. And the council, it is they I have to thank for it.
Oh, you're alone, eh? Anyways, they punish you, right? Why did you thank them for that? Are you Kenke?
In your world,
I'm glad you found that
your
amusing.
Arcanum, I was powerful. Perhaps the most powerful human magicka who has ever been. But to humans, cursed with our shortness of life, our brevity, what is this power? What can be learned in that impermanent spark that is our lives?
Really wish I could fix
Nothing.
Magnus from
here,
going crazy
in
inside me.
this so-called prison,
Kinky.
there are no limits. There is no end.
I don't understand.
This place, this void, has no time as you know it. I've been here for more than 2,000 of your years, and yet I've aged not at all.
I thought it was the
I feel
necromancy
as I did the
thing.
moment they sent me here, or as when the Dark Elves first called to me. Do you now see? Here I can do everything I did in your world, but I am unfettered by the chains of mortality that time hangs upon us.
Sounds like kind of boring, though. The Dark Elves thought you were Aranax, though.
Yes, I know. Ironic, isn't it? It was on my ears that their feeble and pathetic cries had fallen. To me, Kergan, who had defeated their master and thrown him in chains.
It's not so much ironic, more like
who had
logical.
manipulated them into subverting the Benari and weakening the wards. Kergan, who used them to send me the dwarves of the Black Mountain clan, who have now finished the bridge back to Arcanum.
Look, if you like it so much here, why didn't you stay alone but like sod off and stop being like a stupid evil person?
I truly wish I could. My reasons for returning aren't what you'd think. I had no aspirations for power or domination like your companion Aranax did.
Oh, you're not kinky.
Aspirations that I became the victim of. No. Those are the motivations of the living, and I no longer place myself among them.
That sounds like a tax loophole to me. Then what then? What is it you want?
If only I could show you the places I've seen, you might understand the things I say. I've been to the desolate lands, wandered by those souls who still see the lands of the living.
It sounds kind of fun in the background.
The dead. Blind to their own ends, they cry, passing through one another like shadows in the dying light of day. I've traveled to where souls rot in torment, pierced with the jagged shards of life and vision, clinging to memory, regrets of the flesh. I saw that this prison was of their own making, and the key was in unknowing, in release. And still, I traveled on. And finally, I came to the place where souls go to die.
Oh, that sounds
where
a
the
lot
mirrored
nicer.
and worn spirits fall into an endless sea of gray, mirrored glass. And I lowered myself within, and lay there among them, and I almost did not return. And do you know what I found there? There, among the silent and battered shells of the innumerable, peace, enlightenment, truth. Only then did I realize that this place, this life, is an abomination, a horrible distortion of the natural order. This life, who mothered pain and fear and envy, these twisted children who exist only because we are here to feed them, to nourish them. This life, this afterthought, a disturbance, a mere ripple in that great, dead sea. Not even the cause, but merely an effect, sending these souls upward, screaming for release from the day they are torn from their waters. The effect of what? I do not know, nor do I care. Have you ever spoken with the dead? Called to them from this side?
Not
Pulled
really.
them from their silent rest? Do you know what it is that they feel? Pain. Pain when torn into this wakefulness. This reminder of the chaos from which they had escaped. Pain at having
Also,
to
boobies.
live. There will be no more pain. There will be no more chaos. I see your soul, traveler. It screams, tattered and spent. Do you feel its pull? Do you hear its wailing? It is within my power to calm these waters, and that is what I shall do.
So, I was a bit quiet because I felt that's a really good thing and or a really good cutscene. I'm also kind of like, yeah, if there is like a peaceful afterlife, this is not at all an unreasonable assumption that, you know, why don't we skip the whole annoying life bit and get straight to the cool afterlife? So, I suppose that's a different sort of way to look at things.
Hold on a moment. Might I speak with you?
Okay, Virgil.
What he is saying, it's not completely untrue. I've seen the places he speaks of. Felt the peace and serenity of that great dead sea. It's not something I'll ever forget.
So, what you saying, Virgil? You think we should, this Kergan plan is like real cool?
Of course not.
Oh.
I made my choice a long time ago, and I choose to stand with you. Yes, there is pain in life, pain and loss and sorrow. But there is also joy and the pleasures of growing and learning. You can't have one without the other, and I wouldn't want to sacrifice either. But in the end, I stand with you, whatever your choice.
Yeah, that's a fair counter-argument.
Yes. Well, I suppose that what the old codger says is true. I mean, about death and all. He was the first of us, and bloody powerful as well. One almost has to admire the bastard. Yes, admire him indeed.
What, Jeffrey? You're saying you agree with him?
Well, how could I not? The man is a legend in my circles. What? Not much you can do to argue with him. A man would have to be a bloody fool to get on the bad side of Kergan the Terrible.
Uh-oh.
But no one ever said I wasn't a bloody fool.
Okay.
I had you going there, didn't I? Did you really think I would sit back while this madman destroyed the world? Ha! Never! Half the fun in life is tormenting the souls of the dead. I'm with you on this one, old boy.
So that's a good motivation for an evil character to do good. You know, if I cannot do evil things anymore, what fun is there in the major evil plan? No, we need to do the little cruelties. It's the little cruelties in life that make it worth living.
Thank you, Jeffrey. Now, Kergan.
I can no longer tolerate the atrocities that this life has brought about. There will be peace. There will be quiet. Life will no longer be. And so I go to Arcanum to be an end to it. And then I will join the souls of the dead when it is done.
So we could do like a lot of arguing. Let's do some arguing, but I do think we just want to unleash our army as well and beat the living shit out of him. But first, let's do some arguing.
You got an interesting point of view. I can see your merit it holds.
And why not? I realize that you follow the way of the righteous, or at least that's the role you've decided to play. But you've yet to see the other side. Follow me, and I'll show you things you've never imagined.
Look, your offer is tempting, perhaps.
Are you daft, man? Are you not listening to what this madman is proposing? He will kill every living being in both realms, including you.
Yeah, that's a fair point. Okay, let's put an end to this lunatic and his ravings.
Yeah, unleash the army. I'm just smacking up the zombies. Wow, there's a lot of... Okay, it is quite a mess. I think we're doing okay though.
Don't stand there, heal me!
Okay, can we smack Kergan? Are you dead yet? Wow, Kergan is strong. How's our party? Okay, 1 second. We should actually pause things. Okay, I want to see if we have everyone still. Okay, some people have gone naked. But I think most everyone is still alive. Alright, time to use the vending craft device and end this sucker. Hello, check the loop. You know, I usually try to talk Kergan out of these things. But so it's the first time I actually kind of did this fight, and that's a tough fight, I think.
So hooray, we beat him with like my army of robots and like tough motherfuckers who turned out to be naked by the end of it, but that's fun.
Because you delivered the secret ingredient to Jungle
Ending
Dun,
slideshow.
he perfected his alchemical process and eventually found a way to make gold from common lead. Needless to say, he became the richest man in all of Arcanum.
But eventually the economy
The
crashed.
defeat of Lucan and his henchmen, coupled with your freeing of the ghost of Bessie Toon, enabled Shrouded Hills to grow and become a thriving community once again. A new silver vein is discovered in the old Bessie Toon mine. Workers pour into town by the dozens, and within a few years, Shrouded Hills is a bustling boomtown. Such towns often have problems keeping the peace. Shrouded Hills has no such trouble, mainly due to the efforts of their new sheriff, Doc Roberts. Don Throg, because of the advice that you gave him, became a leading political activist in the fight for Orcish rights. In time, he legalized Orcish labor unions, secured the vote for all citizens regardless of race or gender, and became the champion of equal rights and justice in Tarant. Before long, he was begrudgingly voted into the Industrial Council, and in a few years, he sat at its head.
That's impressive.
Following the deaths of Pollock and Darian Mogg, The Boyle was demolished and then built anew. The Bentley was renovated and became the most elegant hotel in Tarrant. The owner, the Honorable Mr. Caleb Malloy, is often seen mixing drinks for his guests in the hotel bar.
Well, that's fancy.
Maximilian was returned to Dernholm, and all of Cumbria rejoiced in the return of their rightful king. Under the new rule of Maximilian, Cumbria quickly grew into a powerful nation, embracing both magic and technology. And once again, the proud banner of the Dragon Knights flew from the ramparts of Dernholm Castle, set there by their new captain, Liana Peldar. Because of your outstanding efforts in negotiating the terms for Caledon's membership into the unified kingdom, as well as the wise governing policies of Don Throg, Caledon and Tarrant became equally prosperous. There is peace for many years in Arcanum.
See, a combination
Long-standing
of
deception of the Panari by the Dark Elves was finally brought to light. Alexander became the new High Priest of the Panari, and he wrote a new chapter for the Archaon based on his experiences with the Living One. Because you convinced the mayor of Blackroot to rejoin Cumbria, there is a small struggle between Maximilian and the Industrial Council concerning ownership of the town. Maximilian was determined to defend his own, and he was successful in doing so. Under the protection of their new king, Blackroot grew into one of the most important port cities in all of Arcanum. Under the continued leadership of Ogor Thunderstone, the Wheel clan came out of seclusion and rejoined the world. Ogor himself lived for more than 800 years, and songs are still sung about his bravery and courage. Khan Karai of the Bedokan made a lasting peace with the elves of Kintara, and together they rid the glimmering forests and the dark fens of poachers and of the spoilers of the land. In time, the Bedokan became a more civilized people, sharing in the wonders of the new age. Upon returning to Arcanum, Aranax buried his father on the Isle of Thanatos. Later he traveled to the Vendigroth Wastes, and there used his powers and single-handedly raised the city from the ruins it had become. Vendigroth again became a place of awe and wonder.
Right, so me, Ogor, right, I went back to Arcanum through that shiny little portal, and then I came back, like, with my robots and my own colours doped up like warriors and stuff, and I was like, oh, I'm so smart, I'm going to conquer the world, I am, and so I went about and try and do that, but first I went like, I'm going to go to an island, get some fancy crystals and stuff to make like more cool robots, right, with the shiny crystals and stuff, and put like animals inside them, because that's like real pretty if they look good, like pew pew pew, and then you kill them and stuff. Yeah, that's cool. But then there was like this one animal, like this hedgehog, who was real fast and blue, and it was real annoying. I'm like, hey, hedgehogs ain't supposed to be blue, and I went on chasing them right, and he kept calling me Ogman. I'm not Ogman, I'm Ogor, and that was real annoying. So I never really got to conquer much of Arcanum, and then this guy came down like through the flying thing with from a spaceship or something, and he went like, I'm the Emperor of Mankind, I am, and you're my son. And I'm like, you're not my mummy, even though you got like long pretty hair and you're real big. I think my mummy don't have like a bulge like you do. And he's like, no, I'm your father, and you're a Primarch, and you should join the Space Legion. I'm like, I don't know, I don't like being like in the Legion, because that sounds like a lot of voices talking in my head. I prefer my robot. He's like, that's abominable intelligence, that is. And like, no, I'm only intelligent. It's a robot, they're dumb. And well, then we got an old argument, and there was like fighting and stuff, and he kind of kicked my ass, he did. That really hurt. And so he went like left to say like, you're the most annoying son I ever had. I wish I never had you. And and you're disgraceful, you're not a defender of humanity. I'm like, I'm Ogor, I'm a defender of Ogorality and stuff. And like, yeah, sort of, and then he left. And so yeah, then I was kind of left in, I went to Laura, had like lots of nice second time, and that was pretty much the end of my story, it was.
Yet, after all of this, Arcanum is still what it always was. A place of possibility. A place of change. One thing is certain, and that is that nothing at all is ever certain in this place. Who's to say what the future holds for the land we call Arcanum?
So then, that was Arcanum of Steamwork and Magic Obscura. This was a long game, lots to do, and honestly, there's a whole separate storyline if you go down the evil path, work for the Dark Elves and such. Maybe in the future I'll show some clips of that, me playing the evil side of things. For now, I think we'll leave it at this end of the story of Ogor. But yeah, I had a lot of fun with this. There was like a lot of grinding, walking around and stuff that I didn't put into you know, the videos, or at least as little of as possible. And that is a little bit of a negative, and sometimes the gameplay can be very unforgiving, and you do need to remember to save often, which is actually one of the nice things about doing it as a let's play like this, because then you sort of like, yeah, you are kind of forced to save very often, so you don't usually lose that much if things don't go right. Otherwise, yes, for what we will be playing next, I have not really decided on what to play next. Baldur's Gate 3 is coming out very soon, so I think that might just, you know, take this time slot. But yeah, that still leaves us with at least like a month till that happens. So I think in between we'll probably be just playing some random videos while I figure things out. So I'll see if I can put something in between my awesome World of Warcraft leveling challenge, which people should hopefully watch. And then yeah, I think this has been a nice, very nice playthrough. Hope other people enjoyed and maybe give their playthrough a go as well. I've seen some people in my friends group picking this game up again. Really hope that one day they do like a remaster or something of this, because that would be, this game could really do well with it, I feel. Anyways, for now we'll leave this world of Steamwork and Magic Obscura, and see you next time in another world, another place, another time. Till then, bye bye.